A complete guide on how to grow sweet bitter leaf in containers. Hello, welcome to 77's Garden, where we talk about gardening, ways to save money, and other special events. If you are new to the channel, please subscribe and hit the bell icon so that you get notified of all upcoming videos. Hello, welcome to the channel. So today I'm going to show you how to grow sweet bitter leaf in containers. You can grow sweet bitter leaf in containers. I'll give you all the steps and from the beginning to harvesting. So let's go. Let me show you how to do it. To grow in container, you're gonna need a container, so you can use any container that you want. I'm using a grow bag. This is a 10-gallon grow bag, and you also need potting mix or good compost. So I'm using potting mix. I made my own potting mix, and I have a video that shows you how you can make your own potting mix like this for pennies. So growing sweet bitter leaf, since it's a big plant, you want to get as much as soil under it as possible. So if you can have a 10-gallon, 15, 20, 30-gallon container, will be better, because the plant is gonna have more space, and it's gonna the roots are gonna have a lot of room for them to penetrate and absorb more nutrients, and also it's gonna stay nice and moist. If you have a small container, it's gonna dry out very fast. So this is my potting mix. I have 2 bags. These are grow bags over here. I have 2 grow bags that I'm gonna plant and show you how I do it. And then usually before I plant, what I usually do is just make sure that the potting mix is moist and soft, so that it readily takes the plant roots. So I started the sweet bitter leaf from seeds like this. So you can either start from seeds or you can start from cuttings. Cuttings are much easier and much faster to grow than seedlings. Seedlings take a long time for them to germinate and then start growing, but I'll show you both ways, so that way you know how to do both of them. So here are the seedlings. I planted these seedlings about a month and a half ago, and you can see they're still coming out now. So that's how so what we're gonna do is, this is a 10-gallon container, so I'm gonna plant 3 of them in this container right here. 3 will be, it's a little bit much, but the problem, the reason why I'm putting 3 in here is because we have a short growing season over here in New England, but around the Boston, Massachusetts area. So we have a short growing season. So by November, these plants will no longer be alive, or no longer be in these containers, because the temperature would have dropped. And so that's why I'm planting them. If you're gonna grow for a longer period, if you have a longer growing season, like 6 months to a year, then you want to make sure that you maybe plant like one sweet bitter leaf in a container like this, because it's gonna grow, it's gonna get bigger, it's gonna need a lot of nutrients from the bag. But if you're not growing, if you have a short growing period, then like me, then you can grow like 3 of them or 2 of them in a bag like this. And usually once you transplant, or once you transplant anything, you just want to make sure that you water it, so that the roots stay moist, and so that the roots can just pick up from where they where they were when they were growing in the other medium. Next, I'm going to show you how to do the cuttings. So what I did was, at the beginning of the season, I cut some stems from my old sweet bitter leaf plants. I'm going to show you the plants later on. I cut some stems, and I stick the stems in sand over here in this container. You can stick the stem in sand, or you can stick them directly into a potting mix or into soil. The roots are gonna come out from the stem, and you're gonna be able to transplant them, and you have more seedlings that way. That's how you can multiply the seedlings, sweet bitter leaf seedlings, and get more seedlings for your garden. So originally I got like 3 or 4 stems from somebody out of state, and I've been able to maintain that through saving it. So you can see the cuttings have roots rooted already. You can see they've rooted. All of them have a nice healthy root system already. So that's why I say usually cuttings would give you much faster results as opposed to seeds, because seeds take a long time to germinate. But cuttings, I put these cuttings into this sand mixture, this regular sand, about 3 weeks ago, and you can see they're already take root, and they're already ready to be transplanted. So like I said, you can use regular sand, you can use regular soil, or you can use a potting mix. But I've seen that sand germinates much faster as long as you mist it once in a while. It germinates faster. So what you want to do is you want to make a deep hole in your container, and then you want to make sure you bury all the roots, so that way the roots continue to stay under the soil and continue to stay moist, so that you can get nutrients from your potting mix, and they will start growing. So I'm going to plant the same three in this container right here, and very soon we should be able to start seeing much better results, and start harvesting some sweet bitter leaf. So that's how you transplant sweet bitter leaf into containers. And then I'm going to show you the others that I did a couple of weeks ago, and the others that I did a month ago, so that you can see the progression of how they look once you're growing it. So as I always say, whenever you plant or transplant, you want to make sure you water, just to be on the safe side, and to make sure that the plants continue to do well and continue to thrive. So next we're gonna go and move these ones into our greenhouse. I'm growing them in the greenhouse. You can grow them outside. One tip for sweet bitter leaf is that they love hot temperature. So whatever you're growing it, they prefer, the hotter the temperature, the better. So they prefer hot temperature. So this is the ones that I did a couple of weeks ago. You can see I transplanted these ones into these containers over here, and they're all coming along great. They're doing much better. And these other ones I did about 3 weeks to 4 weeks ago. You can see all of them. And these ones over here were some of them were from seeds, and some of them were from cuttings, and you can see they are doing really well. The leaves are getting bigger and bigger, and so very encouraging to see something like this. Just make sure that you water your sweet bitter leaf, or the containers, you water them regularly. And like I said, make sure that they're warm temperature. They will do much better. I grow them in the greenhouse. That's why they do much better over here. This is the other ones that I had from last year, that I cut the stems from to start the other seedlings. You can see they already produce a lot of sweet bitter leaf already, and they're ready to be harvested. So sweet bitter leaf are very good. They have other medicinal benefits. I'm not going to go into details with that, but they're very good, and you can grow them. You can see here I'm growing them in 20-gallon containers, because like I said, the bigger the container, the better. That way you don't have to. One is going to provide them a lot of nutrients from the soil, and two, you don't have to water it regularly, because if you use smaller containers, they're going to dry very fast, and you're going to have to water it maybe twice a day, or at least once a day. But right now, with these bigger containers, you can water it once in a day, or once in 2 or 3 days, and you should be fine. So that's how you can grow sweet bitter leaf in containers like this. So check out my link below if you want to grow, you want the bags like this. Check out the link below. You can get bags like this. You can get the 5-gallon bag, the 10-gallon bag, the 20-gallon bag, or even the 30-gallon bags to grow your sweet bitter leaf in them. And let me know in the comments below what you think about the video, and what you think about sweet bitter leaf. If you know about sweet bitter leaf, or if you've eaten sweet bitter leaf, let me know in the comments below. And if you also have any other questions or comments, let me know below. So like I said, these ones are ready to be harvested. So we're gonna harvest it. We're gonna show you how to harvest it, so that way you are able to know how to harvest it. The way we harvest it is we try to get the my wife is over here. She's gonna help us harvest it. Then she's gonna show you exactly how we harvest it, so that we continue getting good production, and you continue to be able to get it. So once we harvest it, maybe every after about 3 weeks, we should be able to harvest it again, because the way we're harvesting it is making sure that they have continuity, and they have progress. They have ways for them to other eyes that they for them to be able to continue to produce more. So we're gonna go into harvesting very soon, but you can see they're nice, fresh, and we can't wait to harvest and prepare them, and we start eating. So she's gonna harvest it. You can use a knife like this, or you can use a scissors, or you can use a hand, but a knife is much better, much faster. So she's just cutting the tip of all the plants. The reason we're cutting just the tip is because you can cut in some some people cut the stems. If you intend to cut it and go fix it in the house and get it ready, then, but since we are already at home and we're not really going to do anything, so we want to get maximum production from our plants. We're just cutting just the tips, and since those are the tips that we're gonna use, and then we're gonna harvest the leaves, and then the leaves, all the large leaves, we're gonna harvest the leaves, and we're gonna use it to make the dish. So you can use the tips and the leaves like that, and then what is left on the stems are gonna produce new sweet bitter leaf growth from them, and then within 3 weeks we should be able to start harvesting them again, and that will give us the opportunity to harvest more frequently. So the sweet bitter leaf is used to make various dishes like ndole and other vegetable soups and stuff like that. So we're gonna be able to use it, and we're also gonna be able to save some later on. Once we grow enough, we're gonna be able to save some that we can use throughout the year, even in the winter. So that's why we try to grow as much as possible now in the summer, so we have enough to last us throughout the year. So if you've grown sweet bitter leaf before, or you grow sweet bitter leaf now in the ground, you can grow it in containers. Like I said, it's easy to do. Just make sure that you have good nutrients, you have good potting mix in a good container, and you're good to go. If you would like to see how the sweet bitter leaf is made, a dish, sweet bitter leaf dish or soup, or sindole is made, let me know in the comments below. The more people that recommend it, my wife is gonna do it. Let us know in the comments below if you like to see the video on how it's made. Okay, that is it for today. I hope you liked the video. If you like the video, smash the like button. If you are not following me yet, you haven't subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the channel. Follow me for more videos like this, and leave a comment below if you like what you see. Leave a comment, let me know what you think about it. And also, if you like the video, share the video. Somebody else might like the video, share the video. Thank you so much for watching. Happy growing.